If the bureaus don't add a simple sentence to your credit report, they have to delete the disputed account. And today, I'm going to show you what that sentence is, why it works, and how to use it with your own accounts. I'm also going to show you an easy trick for collection accounts to increase the chance of a violation. You're also going to get 4 different methods to use, so stay to the end of the video to see how to get the maximum results from this tactic and a breakdown of each of them. What's going on? My name's Kristen and welcome to another video. If this is your first time here and want to learn more about fixing your credit, increasing your scores, and getting results with a credit sweep, start now by subscribing and hitting the bell so you don't miss anything. Now, the first thing we're doing is checking out these 2 laws buried in hundreds of pages of mumbo jumbo that make this whole tactic work. We're using FCRA Section 623A3 and FDCPA Section 807.8, and both of them say the same thing. If a consumer disputes an account, the account needs to be marked as disputed on the credit report. Otherwise, it's a violation. So the sentence that needs to be added to a credit report says disputed by consumer or something similar. And you're actually going to see this in the comment section of an account. Now, let's be honest about this. Just because the laws say they need to put this notice on the account, the truth is 90% of the time, a collector is not going to add the sentence, and the majority of the time, the credit bureaus won't either. If they do, it's not going to be within 30 days, right? So you're likely to see it added on like round 2 or 60 days, but it doesn't matter. Their timeline was by the 30th day after they received your first dispute. We're going to prove they didn't do it by sending certified letters and give them the choice of either liability to you for damages up to $1,000 per occurrence or deletion of the account. The key here is chain of custody. The more people involved, the more likely there'll be a mistake because there's so many people in the mix, right? Here's what I mean. You contact the collector and they have to contact the bureaus and the bureaus have to act in time. You contact the collector and they have to contact the bureaus, and it's the same thing. So here's a simple explanation of why this works. And then I'm going to give you 2 example letters and 4 methods. So at the beginning of the video, I said that just because there's a law, it doesn't mean they'll comply, right? This goes for any FCRA or FDCPA law, and they're violated all the time. Because this isn't criminal law, it means we need to do something about the violation to get what we want. And in this situation, we're either going to give them the option of paying you or easily getting rid of you by deleting the account. Hit the like if you've ever heard someone use that sales gimmick to sign you up for credit repair services, because now you know the truth. They don't want to pay you. Remember, their job is to get rid of you as fast as possible and as cheaply as possible, which is why they verify without investigation and ignore so many millions of consumers every single day. They don't want a press release that lets millions of other consumers know how easily you did this. All they have to do is get an employee to remove this from the database and you go away. The way this works is to use the validation of debt letters for collections and to send them certified. So you can see a copy of letter 1 on your screen right now. 30 days after the receipt of this, they need to mark the account as disputed or it's a violation. Your letter to the credit bureaus will be a factual dispute, and again, they have to mark the account as disputed within 30 days. In the event that you file in small claims, you win because you're not there to argue whether account is valid, belongs to you, has the correct balance, or anything else. It's only to prove that the required notice of dispute was not added within 30 days of the date they received your first dispute, and your certified mail receipt, first and second credit reports prove this. End of story. Now here are 4 methods. So method 1 is to dispute with the collectors first. They're significantly less likely to enter the notice. So if the account is still there, you can continue with the validation of debt method or file against them for failure to notify, right? So method number 2 is if you have collections, you can first dispute with the collectors, and then on round 2, dispute with the bureaus in addition to the collectors. And you can either catch both of them for violations and file against them or move on to factual disputes. Method 3 is to do bureau-only disputes. So you're either going to file against them for failure to notify after round 1 or 2, or keep the violation in your back pocket to take them to court if the factual disputes do not work. And lastly, method 4, the squeaky wheel. This is where you're doing collector and bureau disputes beginning on round 1, validation of debt and factual disputes, notice of intent to sue, plus CFPB, BPB, AG complaints, and lastly, file against both. So to recap, when you send a dispute, the account needs to be marked as disputed within 30 days, and you can easily remove an account in violation using the methods we just went over. If you'd like to learn more about using these 4 methods or on how to do factual disputes, check out the links in the description. You'll also find a link to schedule a call with me if you'd like to see if I can do your credit sweep for you. That's all for today, so click on the next video and I will see you there.